Hey, what's going on, everybody? CTM Sports back at you one more time. And this time, we're going to talk about one of the guys I enjoy watching, but I think he's having a bad spell right now. And Bill Belichick, the Patriot way. Um, fined 50,000. He was fined 50,000 for having a team meeting outside of, I guess, the parameters of what the NFL allow. And I think what got them caught was somebody had the team calendar on the um, had the meeting posted on the team calendar, and it was you can see it from an external source. So somebody either blew the whistle or the NFL was doing some investigating and they found it. But that's why it's important to understand how things work. That's why they said if you can work in IT, you will become very valuable because somebody just probably posted that on the calendar, but they think to turn it to where only the team can see it. And it'll cost you 50K and lose. I think he lost 2 OTA practices. I know the player's not complaining, but I'm pretty sure Bill Belichick, I don't know if he's on a hot seat, but I can see it warming up. The fire starting to warm up a little bit. Because ever since Brady left, it hadn't been the same. And people always say, was it the coach or was it the player? I'm going to say both. I'm going to say Tom Brady was at the right and Coach Belichick was at the right place because the system worked, but in order for the system to work, you have to trust and listen to the coach. And that's where those they both met at the perfect timing. Because Drew Bledsoe, if you remember, he didn't want to listen to it. He just wanted to have the rocket arm and just gun it downfield. Bill Belichick, more of a methodical approach. Let's do 2 tight ends, single back 2 tight ends, throw it to the tight ends. They give you something in the middle or deep, and you take it. But mostly it's a conservative, 5 yards here, 10 yards here, 15 yards here kind of offense. And I would definitely say that it wasn't totally all offense. He had a bunch of players to run his system. As a coach, if you can get the right players to buy in and run your system, everything is lovely. But when you start losing talent or you can't replace it, that's one of the hardest things about sports is sometimes you have a talent pool that's so great, you have to capitalize as long as you can, especially if you got them on cheaper contracts and you don't have to pay them exponentially more when it's time to re-up. You want to try to win before it's time to re-up. That's what it seemed like from watching it from a spectator standpoint. Most coaches and teams, they try to get you on a discount, get all the talent pool together, win a shot. And then when it's time to pay a bunch of money, they either trade you or release you and let some other team pick you up for a veteran presence or something like that. But let me know in the comments what you think about Bill Belichick. Is he on the hot seat? Because he haven't won the past few years. Brady won at least one more Super Bowl with the Buccaneers. And Belichick haven't won anything. I think he didn't make the playoffs last year. So let me know what you think in the comments about that. Next topic. Can the Celtics win another game at home? Can they win another game in Boston? They may win this game tonight just off energy from the crowd, just off adrenaline. But there's a caveat. You got to go back to Miami Beach. You got to go back to Miami. I hope Miami take care of business. Go ahead and take care of business and go ahead and take them out. But Boston is a tough place to play in. That crowd is crazy. They're going to come out fighting since they won their last game. And I think Miami going to put them away at home back in Miami Beach. They're going to be white hot. Mitch, if you think Miami going to pull it out and face the Nuggets in the championship. Next topic. LeBron played through a torn tendon and will get it repaired this summer, according to Bleacher Report. They said he played with a torn tendon in his foot. I don't know about you guys. Say LeBron's 38. I'm about to be 40. If I bump my foot against something, it's gonna hurt. I can't imagine playing with a torn tendon in your foot. The swelling, the hurting, the aches and pains. You could tell he wasn't at full tilt. I thought it was maybe from age, because when you get the older you get, you just can't move the same way you did like when you was in your 20s. But for him playing with a torn tendon and average a triple-double, I mean, how many people can do that? Because I'm telling you, if you take his numbers and give it to the average person, they will be probably a max player, you pretty much, if you did that. But because it's LeBron, they think that's like commonplace, it's regular. Sometimes people don't realize how hard it is to be consistent. It's hard to be consistent day in and day out. It's hard to average 20, 10, and 10. That's hard to do. Think about that in real life, averaging a triple-double in real life, in the regular people terms. Being consistent with something in real life. Not because you got so many factors at play. You got family, you got kids, you got work. Let's see if you got morals, church life, you got that, church life. Any other extracurricular activities. What if you're in a fraternity? You got to think about that, you know, a sorority. So many things. And sometimes to be consistent at something, you got to give up something. And, you know, LeBron has been consistent his whole career. Not easy to do. 22 years, 22 seasons, something like that. That's a lot, y'all. Ever since he was 18, 17, 18 years old. And 30. But this is what I want to say about the Lakers, right? How do they re-up for next season? They got a lot of players, I think, with some contracts they're going to think about, like D'Angelo Russell. I don't know if he's trying to negotiate a new contract or he just didn't want to play. There's something about the players now. It seems like a lot of players just don't have that drive, like to just try to finish the season off strong. It's like, well, since I'm not getting what I'm getting, I'm just going to end this season. I'm not going to give my full strength until I get what I want. And I don't know if that's the mentality. That's what I'm from. What my maybe I'm wrong, but it seems like D'Lo. You think about Harden. He said he wanted basketball freedom. I don't know what that means when you're 36. You know what I'm saying, in your 30s, you're only gonna get so much freedom, and they messed up. When I think about Embiid, and I'm gonna hot take this. When I think about Embiid, he's gonna look back on this and say, that probably was my best chance in the path of least resistance to win a championship if we would have just had the effort. Forget Doc Rivers. It's y'all on the court executing at the end of the day, even though y'all got him fired. But what I would say to Embiid is, man, that was your best chance to win a championship. It's going to be hard. I don't know how you're going to do it, but I don't think. Let me know in the comments what you think. Do we have another chance to win a championship? I don't think so, though. I think that was his best chance. And Harden, man, just quit. I don't know what's up with dude, but they could have won that game. I just don't think he wanted to go any further, though. I don't think he liked Doc, and I don't think he liked the GM. Forgot that guy's name, but I don't think he liked those guys anymore. I think he kind of just soured out on them. I don't know. Next topic. Will the Nuggets win it all this year in the NBA? The Nuggets have the best team in the NBA right now. Whoever's the GM of the Nuggets and head coach, he should win Executive of the Year. They have the best team. And a lot of those guys still haven't even reached their full. Porter Jr. still haven't really fully reached his full potential. He's getting better. He started hitting more shots than he did the previous 2 years. He started hitting more shots, but man, they're gonna have to pay dude, or they're gonna have to trade because he's gonna be worth a lot of money, man. Joker playing lights out. I mean, shout out to Joker, man. He playing lights out, man. Even Jamal Murray, he playing lights out. I mean, Jamal Murray is probably the X factor for the Nuggets. He playing lights out. Thinking Game number 57. This your boy Mike Flair.
John P. Welcome.
Thinking Game. Thinking Game. Back at it one more time. Pull the slides up. We're trying to work on our remote game. So, learn about life before you learn about success.
Money does sometimes validate you in certain arenas. Like, well, he may be stupid, but he paid, so I'm going to listen to him.
There's nobody on the Heat that can hold him. I don't think so. Maybe they put Jimmy Butler on him, but then who you going to put? I don't know if Bam can just hold him for 4 quarters. Joker's bigger than him. Move him out the way. I think the Nuggets are going to win probably like 4-2. And, yeah, they're going to win the series by 4-2. I can see that going 6 games. I can see it going 6 games. But I don't think the Heat going to lay down. They're going to really fight and scrap. But I think the Nuggets just got too much firepower, man. And if they really be on top of their game defensively because they're getting rest and stuff, we'll see. I mean, man, they're going to be on fire that first game playing the Heat. I think Mike Malone going to have them ready. Something about them mics. I think they're going to have them ready to play the Heat. Because I don't think the Celtics going to win. That's a lot to come back from. If they do, it'll be awesome, but that's a lot to come back from. Come down from 3-0. It's going to be hard. Not saying it can't be done, but it's going to be hard. And analytics and numbers say it can't be. The percentages are very low. So tell me what you think. Let me know in the comments what you think. You think the Celtics can come back? Or what do you think about Miami and the Nuggets? Who you think going to win that matchup? Because I think the Nuggets going to win. The Heat, I just think they just don't have it. Let's say if the Nuggets are probably like 8 or 9, and the Heat are like right behind the Nuggets as far as their talent, overall talent. They're probably like a 7.5, like 7.5, something like that. They just got a touch more talent than the Heat. But the Heat coaching, man, you got to get Eric Spoelstra his credit, and Pat Riley, man. They building the team. It'd be interesting to see what they do this offseason, who they get. Because I think if they was to get like a center, so Adebayo can play the 4, and him and Jimmy can work with each other, and Jimmy play the 3, I think they will be really hard to beat. But I don't know who they're going to get for a center. It's going to be pretty tough. Maybe they'll draft. Hey, let's build a community. Let's reach back. Let's give the youth insight on stuff that we didn't get when we was coming up. Comment, let me know some of the stuff you'd like to hear me talk about. Even watching our podcast, what's some of the stuff you want to hear us talk about? We would love to hear the feedback. We love to hear the comments. We just want to build a community. We want to make stuff for the kids that grew up how we grew up in Southwest, in a city that wasn't the top kids in their class, and really we just hanging out, just doing what we want to do, and then understand the importance of academics. There is an importance to academics. Now, I'm not saying take something that's just to get you through school to say I graduated. I'm saying actually learn something that's a skill set and that brings you value in the corporate marketplace. We'll see. This is Mike. I'm signing out. Thanks for watching CTM Sports.